Marco Scagnelli is 28, a successful salesman with a very persuasive technique.
I'm a very jovial character. I do tend to see the funny side in life and in people. Well, I'm Italian, so I do like to wear nice, sharp, trendy clothes. I like going to the gym. I go about 2 to 3 times a week.
But one show viewer, Marco, wrote in to us for advice, because it's at the gym where it all begins to unravel for him.
It's seen now as a party trick. People obviously tell me to get my back out, get my chest out. On holiday last year, a little kid came up to me on the beach and pointed at me and said to his dad, "Look at that hairy monkey there," which I laughed with it, but I definitely want the back hair to go. It's just only going to get worse in later on in life.
Excess hairiness can be a real issue for men and women alike. It's often genetic. People of a South Asian or Mediterranean background tend to be much hairier than us fair-skinned Northern Europeans. It can be hormonal. Some women get hairier during pregnancy and often round about the menopause. There may be a medical problem, but quite often it is completely normal. We all have body hair, everywhere except the soles of our feet and the palms of our hands. It protects us, it keeps us warm, and the healthy cells deep inside our hair follicles help surface wounds heal. But even if your hairiness is harmless, if you don't want to be this hirsute, its psychological impact can be painful. Has it ever affected your relationship with girls?
Yes, for instance, before I take my shirt off, I do obviously tend to warn people that I don't know, obviously girls, that I am very hairy. With the back, it is tend to be kind of more like a freak show, really.
The cells that make up the hairs on our heads are programmed to go on multiplying by 0.5 millimetre a day for years. They help to keep us warm. But every couple of months, nature has decided that the short, fine vellus hair on our arms and backs should take a rest, break, and fall out. No one really knows why humans are the least furry primates. Being Mediterranean, Marco's body hair is probably genetically programmed to grow long and lush. It's a cosmetic, not a medical problem. So if you really can't live with it, the only solution is to pay to live without it.
Okay. So actually it's not that bad actually. There's the length there, but it's not actually that dense, so we can certainly treat it.
For Marco, a beauty salon is very unfamiliar territory. But for therapist Claire Bennett, a male client isn't that unusual.
There are a lot more men coming into the salon now, not just for beauty treatments. For example, for sporting reasons, I treat a whole cycling club for waxing, removing the hair from the legs and the forearms to make them more streamlined for sporting events.
Claire is going to try 2 different treatments on Marco's back. She's going to wax the bottom half and laser his shoulders so he can compare and contrast the results. She starts by razoring the very longest hairs on Marco's back.
Are you okay, Marco? Yeah.
It's not true that shaving makes your hair grow quicker, but it does only remove surface hair, and the new hairs have blunt ends where they've been cut, so they may look more stubbly. Waxing will provide a longer lasting solution.
Bring it on.
How are you, Marco?
Yeah.
You can see actually that the skin is reacting really well, whilst it looks a little bit flush, but in actual fact there's not that much trauma to the skin.
I'd rather have a facial and a manicure.
Marco may be enjoying his post-treatment massage, but a full back wax would cost between £30 and £40 and would need to be repeated about every 6 weeks. For the other half of Marco's back, Claire is trying a laser treatment using intensive pulses of light, which it's claimed can remove up to 95% of body hair for good. But it can only be done in small sections at a time.
You'll feel a warm tingling sensation, but it shouldn't feel uncomfortable. And the light is going to travel down the shaft of the hair and destroy the follicle.
It would cost around £1,000 to laser all Marco's back hair, and there's a risk of scarring and pigment damage, so it must be done by a fully trained therapist.
Okay, Marco, that's the last application. We're all done.
At last, the moment of truth. Has all Marco's pain been worth the gain? Okay, here we go. This is it. Ready? Ta-da! Well, what do you think?
Impressed.
When was the last time you saw that much of your back?
a long time ago.
So was it all worth it?
Very worth it. Thank you very much.